Welcome to Women of the World, a show which gives a voice to women from around the world who have chosen to make the United States their home. Our show believes in the principles written on and enshrined by the Statue of Liberty. Here's Makena.
Hello viewers and welcome to today's episode of the show. I am the moderator, Makena. I have the pleasure to introduce to you three wonderful guests to the show and an amazing co-host. I would like to introduce our first guest, Uma Janga. Welcome, Uma.
Hi, Anne. It's great to be here.
Thank you. Next, we have our newest co-host. Her name is Dawn Tomlinson. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, so excited to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And next to her is Dr. Hema Menon.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Hi, Anne. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. And now I have the pleasure to introduce Alli Naithani.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show. Today we have three segments of cooking, and we will start with Uma Janga.
Yes. Today, I'm going to cook an Indo-Chinese dish. It's a Chinese fried rice, but it's with a little twist. So, shall we start?
Yes.
Okay. So, let me heat up the pan. So, the ingredients that we need for this is just oil, some vegetables, onion, ginger garlic paste, and some celery, and some soya sauce and chili sauce. That's all we need. It's a very simple dish, so you can make it very quickly. So let me start with pouring some oil. Well, maybe 1 teaspoon of oil, and add some. This is called a stone flour. It's a spice. It's an Indian spice. Typically in Chinese fried rice you won't add this, but since it's a kind of Indian version of Chinese fried rice, so I'm just adding this one. So have it maybe a little bit. This will give a nice fragrance.
Putting that in that oil, Uma, it brings out that
Yes,
doesn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
it just comes out. That hot oil brings out that fragrance. Yes, you should be able to, just salt for just few seconds, and then add ginger garlic paste to it.
Oh, so you keep it in the pan.
Yes, keep it in the pan, everything together. Add some ginger garlic paste. Oh, it's a little spot, so be careful with it. Sorry about that.
That's what you want to hear, that sizzle.
Yes.
Like when you hear the sizzle, you know it's coming to life.
So that's the only thing. Okay?
It's smelling so good already.
Oh,
Yes.
good ginger garlic. And then now add some onions to it.
So do you grind the ginger? by
Yes,
yourself?
ginger garlic, I just grind it together, have that together. So, and then now add some onions.
So it's moving along very quickly.
Yes, that's what it is. It's a very quick dish and it's very simple one. So you can make it even if you have just 10 to 15 minutes. I think the onion is the only one that takes actually more time to sort, but other than that, everything else should go very quickly here. And sort the onions. Onions should be a little brownish. That raw smell should go away. So add little till it gets to a little brownish color. It will take 1 or 2 minutes, not that much. So make sure you cut the onions in small pieces so that it's even, it browns evenly, or else it tastes very raw. So once the raw smell goes away, now it's time to add your celery. I like to add a little celery. It gives a nice flavor.
So you would chop all this ahead of time
Yes.
because it goes so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Uma, is the celery more of the Chinese ingredient?
Yes, I don't know, somehow I like that that flavor that it gives to the rice. I don't know why. If I don't add this, I feel like something is missing. I like that, and it gives that crunchy, you feel that crunchiness too. I like that in between. So saute it for just few seconds. Fried rice is like you have to sort it so that it won't get cooked too much, but it should be just cooked. So I don't know whether it's this sometimes takes some time. And then now add the other vegetables too. Just have it ahead so that it'll be easy for you. Add whatever vegetables you want. Some people like green onions, cabbage. It's all up to you. So
Bell peppers too.
yes, bell pepper. Some people add bell peppers, and that tastes good too. It gives a different flavor. Yeah,
So over the summer, if you went to the farmer's market, you could just pick up what's in season?
definitely that will taste much more. I know fresh vegetables always taste good. So you have to saute it on a very high heat. So I think this is so make sure.
It's
But
very
definitely,
colorful.
yes. But make sure definitely don't overcook it though. Then this won't taste good. So high heat, you have to keep on. Yes, that's why you need to keep on stirring it. Then only it won't get overcooked. So that's the other thing. So have this and saute it for.
Amazing, doesn't it?
That smell.
Share that with everybody who's watching it. Good.
Oh, so
The aroma of the ginger garlic itself is
yeah, the ginger garlic, I don't know the beauty of that. Whenever it gets added to the onions, it gives a nice flavor. That's why I think in most of the Indian dishes too, they add that. So something about that ginger garlic combination. So now, okay, so for a few seconds, make sure you saute it so that it gets. And then now add your little salt because we are going to add soya sauce. Already soya sauce has some salt in it, so watch out for the salt. So make sure you can add again later if you want to, but definitely not too much. So add that. Again, saute it for a few seconds.
I think the difference with that cooking and a lot of the cooking here is the recipe.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people use the recipe, everything is measured.
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah.
you just tend to know what to do.
Yep. But this is like, you do 2 to 3 times, I think you'll get used to how much you need and everything.
Yeah.
So now you add some soya sauce to it.
this is an easy dish if you have some leftover
Yes.
rice.
Yes.
That's what I did, exactly.
yeah.
And some chili sauce too, If you want a little bit like more spicy, based on how much spicy you want the dish to be, you can add chili sauce. So I like to add a little bit. I hope it's not too spicy.
Can you tell us what kind of chili sauce it is?
Yeah, the one that you get it in the stores, like what do you call that? Garlic chili paste. You get it in the stores. Yep, it's a red color. Yes, that's the one that you add it. It gives a nice flavor. So now add some little black pepper to it. Sorry, this one I didn't open. Little black pepper. It gives a nice,
Very strong smell.
yeah.
In the south of India, black pepper is it's very abundant. It's grown, and it's something we use a lot in our cooking.
Yes.
So in India, you would get it very fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you go to India and you get that first bite after you go back. You can't believe how fresh those bites
Yes, yes.
So wonderful.
So now, just add the rice to it. That's all you need to how much rice you feel like. And you can add more sauce too if you want to.
So Uma, do you add tomato ketchup to it at all?
Tomato ketchup, this time I didn't add, but I heard that you can add that one too. Yeah. it gives some tanginess, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. I heard about that, but here I didn't. I just am adding just
I guess you can use that if it ends up being too spicy.
yes, that's true too. Yep, that's a good point. Yep.
Try that for kids.
If you want, yep.
So basically, you learn the basic, and then you can add a little bit of whatever else you want to add to it,
Spice it
and
up,
just mix it up.
And just based on how much you feel like the sauce is there, you can add rice, and you can just mix it. And if you want, you can add more sauce too if you feel like it. That's the beauty of this dish. You can add more soy sauce if you want to later on. You can add more, chili sauce too. Either way,
And it retains the color too.
Yes.
That's lovely.
Well, that looks great. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And
that's it. That's it. And you can just, garnish with peanuts. Peanut powder if you want to, or if you don't want, that's fine. But you can typically, I like to add, it gives that little crunchiness. That's what I.
thank you very much for demonstrating that for us. Now we'll pause for a moment, and next we have Dr. Hema. Hello viewers, welcome back. Next we have Hema demonstrating to us an Indian dish. Welcome, Hema.
Thank you. So today I'm going to make aloo gobi. Aloo means potato and gobi is cauliflower. So it's a vegetarian dish that goes well with roti, which is an Indian chapati or naan, what we say, or it goes well with rice as well. So you can make it dry or with gravy, depends on the consistency, however you want to make it. So let's get going. So
I'll pick to go with the chapati.
you love chapati.
I love
just heard that.
chapati.
Yes, absolutely. Do you make it at home?
I do.
All
Sometimes
right.
it's a lot of work, but
But it's tasty, right?
but it's good.
So the prep for this dish, I've already blanched potatoes and cauliflower in boiling water. You can also fry it, depends on how you love it. If you love the oil, you can just fry it and it tastes really a lot more. So it depends on, you have just blanched it, so it's kind of a little bit cooked, but you want to maintain the consistency and you don't want the cauliflower and the potato to get mushy. So the oil is really hot here. I'm going to start frying it, a little bit of cumin seeds. That gives a little bit of flavor here. And then we're going to get going with some onions. And I use usually red onions for my cooking because I think I like the flavor for the Indian cooking. The green onions are a little bit sweet, so we don't want that sweet with a spicy dish. So I like to use the red onions here. And you just need to saute it until it's a little bit brown.
Okay.
And then, as usual for a lot of Indian dishes, we love to use ginger garlic paste. So we have the same thing over here as well. I have some ginger garlic. And here I love to, for me personally, I like the ginger and the garlic to get the pieces, especially if it's a dry dish. You like to get it, but I'm used to grinding the ginger mainly because of my daughter, because every time I serve a dish, she asks me, is there ginger in it? And I have to say, yes, there is ginger. I can't make a lot of dishes without ginger, but she doesn't like the pieces, so I like to grind it a little bit. So as you can see,
So and basically you get garlic and then you get ginger and
Yes.
you do the cutting up.
Yes, I cut it up, or you can just, in a mortar and pestle, you can just mash it and use the paste. You do get pre-made paste in the stores. So
That's what I was
also equally-
wondering.
Yeah, so you do get
Ginger garlic mixed?
paste. Yes, you do get it, yes.
That's
You
It's
do get it,
easily
but I like that when we make it at home,
Yes.
it has a freshness to it.
Yes,
so that's why we prefer,
absolutely.
making it home.
They put a preservative
Yes,
usually in
yeah,
the
that
dish one.
doesn't, yeah.
That-
So it's best to make your own.
It is best.
Yes,
because you don't
it's
have
best.
time.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Just doesn't take that long. And especially with cooking, if you are kind of used to using that a lot, you can always cut it and keep it in the fridge, in the freezer, and use it little by little. So we've kind of sauteed the onions over here, and you just need the rawness to go away and the smell to kind of go away. And once it's almost done, it's time for some tomatoes. So this adds the tanginess to the dish. So I have used 1 tomato over here, and you just need to really cook it on high flame for a while, so you kind of have the paste ready. So I'm going to just quickly put it on high flame and cook it for a while. And once this is done, we should be ready to add the spices over here. So with the spices, I have turmeric, which we use a lot in Indian dishes, and then we have the chili powder. So the paprika, you can add it as per your taste. As Ali said, yes, we use a lot of pepper, black pepper in the South Indian dishes, so you can also use that, but typically for a dish like this we stick to the red chili powder. And then the Indian allspice, which is garam masala, so you easily get that in the stores, so we can use that. And then I have a little bit of salt. So let's see if the tomatoes are almost done.
Now you do have Indian stores within the cities, right?
Oh, we have
there are
it
so
in
many.
every suburb. Yes, we do have it. Yes. And this is one of the dishes that's usually served in a lot of restaurants as well.
I've seen it on menus, and I never knew it had tomatoes in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So it depends on. You can also use tomato paste if you don't have the time. So that will also add tanginess to it. So because cauliflower and the potatoes itself, it kind of a little bland vegetable. So you want to make sure you add something. And you can also add yogurt, or sometimes people add vinegar, but it doesn't give that Indian taste if you add a lot of vinegar. But yogurt is an option. And to tone it down, sometimes even coconut milk is good. You can use it in various types.
So what type of yogurt?
The thick yogurt, you can, it doesn't matter.
Like unflavored plain yogurt?
Yes,
or?
absolutely.
Okay, plain,
Yes, plain yogurt. Yes.
All right.
And you can grind the tomatoes too. Some people do that too.
Absolutely,
Yeah, you can
yes,
grind
yes.
it and put that as a
And-
paste, fresh ground one. Yeah.
And if you really don't like to know what's in the gravy, you can just, once it's all cooked, you can
Yes.
just blend it and just use that paste as the base, and then mix the vegetables in it as well. So that's
Exactly.
out of the way.
Yes.
Sometimes you have really kids who are very picky about
Yes,
that.
that's what I was
So
about to
need
tell you.
come up
My
with
daughter
ways.
too. She doesn't like if she sees the onions and pieces. So I'll grind everything so she won't know what's in there. She'll just eat it.
So here I've added some turmeric, and we have some red chili powder, and I'm going to add the allspice, and I'm going to add my salt as well. So I have it all mixed up, and we should be ready. We just need that rawness of the masalas to go away. So
Would you say the differences in ingredients, the small subtle differences like adding tomato paste or putting yogurt in, is according to the cook or according to the region?
It just depends on how much the tanginess or whatever. It's up to you.
It's up to the
Guys.
cook.
Yes, it's up to the cook.
But there are some regional differences,
Yes.
as you've asked the question. Like in the
Yes.
South, we
Yeah.
typically use more
Coconut
milk.
milk.
In the North, they typically use more cream. You might use, and butter, you might
yes,
say.
yes, and yeah, that's absolutely right. So if I have to make it a little bit more North Indian, as Ali said, I may want to use a little bit of cream. And if you want to really make it rich, you can add some cashew nut paste to this as well. It's just different versions. You can just blend it. There's nothing right way of doing it. It's just everything has the same base, and it's all about what you like to add to it, and that
Okay.
just makes the dish.
Yeah, even in South India nowadays, we are using creams more, and that
Yes.
it's all mixed up now.
Yes.
Yep.
So now we have everything pretty much mixed up very well. It looks good. And it's time to add the cauliflower. So we can add here, I've already blanched it. So it's pretty much well cooked, but it's firm, because when you eat it, I'm trying to make the dry version over here. So I want the spices to kind of feel, you need to have the crunchiness of the cauliflower as well. And also I'm going to add a little bit of the potatoes. Yeah. So I've added
That
that.
looks great.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for the demonstration. It looks a very easy to do vegetarian dish, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So
And once you're done, you just garnish it with cilantro. I just love cilantro. It just gives a different flavor. So the more, the better.
Yes.
It just gives it. And to add a dash towards the end, you can always add a little bit of lemon if you want to, but I'm not adding because I've already added enough tomatoes to it, so there's no need to add a little bit more lemon. So here we are, aloo
Wow,
gobi.
looks good.
Thank you very much for the
Yes.
demonstration, and thank you, viewers. We'll pause for a moment, and next we will have Ali. Hello, viewers. Welcome back, and here with us, Ali, demonstrating a dessert for us.
Yes, thank you, Anne. So I am going to show you how to make a quick, easy ice cream dessert, and especially with the summer coming upon us, this is typically a perfect meal or perfect dessert right after an Indian meal. As you can see with Uma and Hema's cooking, just having that coolness at the end of that meal is great. And so mango is a predominant flavor in India, isn't it? Very popular, right? So all this is you can use any type of dish you want. I just chose to use a round cake pan. As you can see, what I've done here is these are just ground up those vanilla sandwich cookies that you get at the grocery store.
Okay.
You could use any flavor you like, a shortbread cookie. It's really simple. All you do is grind it up and then put it in the freezer and let it harden.
Okay.
So this is all about layering this ice cream dessert. And
Okay.
so once that gets hard, I'll pull it out of the freezer. What I have in this bowl is some mango ice cream.
Oh.
And so I've softened it up a little bit, and all I'm gonna do, and this is kind of how you wanna work with it. So you wanna just have it nice and softened up so you can just spread it out.
Oh,
And as you can see,
wow.
it's a little warm in our studio right now, so my cookies are coming up, but that's okay because you're gonna just keep layering right on top of it, and you just spread it out to the end. Doesn't have to be perfect. Hema, I know you have a daughter who's 6 years old. This is actually a perfect dessert to make with little ones.
It looks easy.
Yes,
It is.
absolutely. And it's something that I can make with her as well. For
Yeah.
the dish, she can easily help me with that.
That's
Yeah.
right, and you can do any flavor you like, right? Like, so I just chose to do this mango because of our
yes.
Indian culture, and we tend to love mangoes,
Oh,
right?
I love mango.
Yeah.
It's my favorite fruit.
Too,
Yeah,
from
yeah?
Kenya.
You from
Mangoes.
Kenya? Okay. Wonderful. So, pretty easy, right? And so next we're going to do some vanilla. And so,
Wow.
again, you want to get that vanilla ice cream nice and softened. And so we're just going to put it right on top and press it down. I think I'm going to throw some more in this lovely bowl that I have. I can mush it up a little bit, and then it'll be much easier to spread.
Oh, so it's all layering, one ice cream up. Oh,
That's right.
okay.
Yeah, you got it. It's all layering. And when you go to buy the ice cream, look at the content of sugar in it, because
Okay.
some ice creams have a lot of sugar in them.
Okay.
I mean, all right, it's ice cream for goodness sakes. But what you want to make sure is try to get the ones with a little less sugar. These, I think, each have like 14 grams of sugar, which isn't too
Which is
bad.
too bad. Yeah, that's true.
Many of them have like 25 grams of sugar. The reason why I'm doing that is because you're layering with so many different things, and you don't want it to be too sweet, where you can't really enjoy it. So yeah.
Oh,
it looks so fun to just spread
I
around
know.
too.
Yeah.
Hot summer afternoon, think about
My
like, you
daughter
know,
would love
it's...
to do
Your
this
daughter
too,
would
yeah.
love. See, it's so easy.
I have a 7-year-old.
So you can see I'm just spreading out the vanilla to the end. So I thought mango and vanilla would go really well together. That's again why I did that combo. What else do you think would go well with mango? What other flavor?
Even pineapple also goes well, yes.
All the tropical fruit.
Oh, tropical
Yeah, I was
fruits,
thinking lemon.
yes.
Great idea. You could do like a pina colada.
Yes.
Right? So now what I have here is some Cool Whip, and that just goes right on top. And so again, you're just spreading it to the edges. And typically, if I was making this at home, as I put on each layer, I'd probably throw it back in the freezer for just a minute or two,
Okay.
just to get it, you know, so it'll get nice and hard.
So you came up with the recipe, or it's
I
just
did.
you saw some, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
I came up with this recipe because, like, in our Indian culture, while it's great to, I like to take our flavors like cardamom and mango, almond. I try to like to come up with new things.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Just enjoy it. So
exactly.
what I have here is some caramel sauce, and I find that
Wow.
surprisingly, I think caramel, vanilla, and mango go really well together. It's just a light addition at the top. And so
That
you can
looks
see,
beautiful.
I'm just literally having,
Beautiful.
wouldn't a child love to do that?
And I love
know.
the caramel.
Oh, it's amazing how you came
Yum.
up with all this, combination that goes well together. You know what I mean?
You know me, I like
That-
to eat.
That's good.
All I'm doing is I'm just trying to create a little swirl. You can do this however you want to. You don't have to swirl this.
Oh.
But as you can see, just give it a little swirl. It just gives it a little bit more lift.
And you can add some nuts too, I
You
believe,
can
right?
add nuts to it. You can add coconut. So here it is.
That's
awesome.
That was so
amazing.
fast.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Very fast.
Wow.
Okay, now we're gonna taste all the food that has been demonstrated. It's great. So let's just have a taste of this.
Ooh.
Start serving.
I'm going to dig
that
right in.
was
This looks so good.
Oh.
Oh.
May I have
Yep.
a scoop of
Yep.
yours, please? Thank
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
And
I'll pass
then
this to you.
Alli's.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
it smells so good. Just
Yeah,
sitting
everything
here.
smells
I know.
Oh,
Give
May
me
I
a
have a little
spoon.
taste of?
Just give me one. Okay.
I can.
Right.
I
Then
can.
ice cream after that. Yep.
Right, I can serve.
Yeah. Thank you.
oh, now I can, now
Yeah,
that you
this
pointed out it
smells
has
very
tomato,
good.
I can taste it now that I know that it's in there.
I like the rice. Well, thank you very much for the demonstration, and to our viewers, I hope that you are able to make some of this amazing food, and we'll see you next time at Women of the World show.
Because we have a minute or two left in the show, I thought that I, as the show's producer, might present a brief cooking demonstration of my own. I would urge all viewers, however, to take what you're about to see with a grain of salt. Once, not too long ago, I decided to take a cooking class to see if I might like the activity. Valentine's Day was just ahead, and our instructor asked us to prepare something that would creatively express our affection for our significant other. After some thought, I assembled 6 items: flour tortillas, olive oil, a kind of crumbly cheese I like, cumin, a cracker, and a piece of chocolate. I placed the crumbly cheese in the tortillas, added the cumin spice, and made these into rolls, which I sautéed in oil in a skillet. Next, I formed these rolls into the shape of a box, used the cracker to help make a lid, and placed the chocolate inside. I proudly presented my work to the instructor, thinking I had done well. She, however, really shot me down, saying, "I didn't want you to make a feta roll case out of it.